Millions of people share the exact same dream of success. Almost every one of those journeys begins with an identical surge of intense excitement. You map out the steps, you picture what a better future looks like. In those early days, the motivation to finally begin feels unstoppable. Yet, if we fast forward a few years, the vast majority of these individuals will look around and realize they are standing in the exact same place they started. If everyone begins with that same initial drive, then success depends on surviving a hidden mechanism that silently eliminates people after the journey begins. Raw talent, financial backing, and external opportunity are rarely the primary reasons a journey ends prematurely. The actual obstacle is psychological attrition, a series of internal filters that actively weed out 99% of those who attempt to build something new. These filters remain invisible in the beginning. They only reveal themselves when the intoxicating high of excitement eventually burns out. Surviving the death of that initial excitement is the fundamental requirement for achieving any long-term goal. Making plans is easy, but the moment you start executing them, reality introduces immediate, heavy friction. The work becomes difficult, progress slows to a crawl, and the rapid results you pictured in your head fail to materialize. When confronted with difficulty, the brain retreats to its comfort zone. The majority filter out here, depositing into a stagnant pool of routine for immediate certainty. To keep moving forward, you must pass through a narrow path of uncertainty, which often triggers panic. Human biology prioritizes safety over progress. This preference for certainty acts as the first fatal filter, ending the majority of pursuits before they gain any real traction. A common misconception suggests that top performers operate in a constant, unbroken state of high motivation. But motivation operates like the weather. It is a temporary, highly unreliable emotional state that comes and goes regardless of your plans. The top 1% navigate this by shifting their reliance from emotion to strict discipline. Discipline is the operational mechanic of executing tasks independently of how you feel in a specific moment. It means sitting down at the desk when you are exhausted. It means choosing to practice while others rest, long after the novelty has faded. The foundation of achievement relies on the predictable structure of emotionless consistency. If you survive the loss of comfort and motivation, you face the final filter, the fear of embarrassment, criticism, and disappointment. Top performers treat failure as a mandatory component of the process, a prerequisite for the eventual result. Every sharp downward dip provides the data points and lessons required to trigger a steep upward correction. Compare that to the masses. When they encounter that same initial dip, they interpret the mistake as a permanent reason to stop, causing progress to flatline. Actively avoiding failure guarantees stagnation. Systematically embracing the misstep provides the only viable path to growth. Because they fear those dips, many people wait for a flawless plan, an ideal opportunity, or the exact right moment to take action. Looking at this scatter plot reveals the actual engine of achievement. Hundreds of tiny individual actions gradually accumulate over long periods to form a massive, undeniable result. It is the quiet repetition of reading a single page, practicing one specific skill for an hour, or taking one minor step forward. Perfectionism is simply an excuse for paralysis. Extraordinary outcomes are just the mathematical sum of thousands of very ordinary days. The individuals who finally reach the top of their fields truly understand that their objective is a grueling, long-term game. 99% of people fail because they decide to stop walking. Their inherent capability is often irrelevant to the final outcome. Relentless persistence consistently outperforms raw talent and natural intellect. Years from now, you will face a binary reality. You will either be living the life you imagined, or you will be wondering what might have happened if you had simply refused to quit. The choice begins today.